welcome to this week's episode of Help Desk with Joe. And with me after our Thanksgiving holiday is Joe.
We're back.
We're back, and we've got our fill of turkey and Thanksgiving week and some cranberries and the whole deal. So, and as usual, you have something we can talk about that's either going to make people safer with their use of technology, help them be more efficient with the use of technology, or just better their lives and existence by using the technology they already have.
Make it a little easier to slay the beast.
So this one is a product review, this show, and specifically it's about a neat little product that I think people will like. And
yes.
So we'll put it through Joe's 5-star rating system and put it through its paces and see what we come up with. So Joe, start us off.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what the product is and what it does.
Okay. This product is made by a company called Bracketron, and this is the Bracketron Twist and Charge. This is a charger, but it's not your standard charger.
Right. One of the things I noticed right away is it doesn't take up a plug, which is a unique idea as far as I know. Now, I'm not in the tech world like you are, but pretty unique, pretty interesting, good idea.
Yeah, when I seen this, I thought this was the first that I'd ever seen it. There might be other ones out there, but this is the first one I've seen, and as soon as I seen it, I was like, I've got to have it.
Okay, so expand on that, how it works, what it does for you, and why you might need it.
Okay, what this is this is your standard USB input jack. This could be used for your cell phones. Now, you can put your tablets on it, but I recommend you not to, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
But this, as Dave mentioned, this does not have a regular wall outlet plug-in. It has the holes, the female holes, for the regular outlets. So what this does is you set this on your socket, then you take your regular plug, like a laptop charger or anything else that you normally plug in the wall socket, plug it through this.
Your power strip that already has 8 things plugged in.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's exactly how I'm using mine.
Yep.
You plug it through this.
Is that where you put? Cena mentioned that earlier. You're putting up Christmas lights, and you had your 6 power strips out going to Griswold Christmas.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, I've already,
this will help you. This
yeah, I've already
went
the 3 breaker boxes. So.
There you go. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
So you plug it into this first, and then just plug it rest of the way into your electrical socket, and the way it makes the connection off of the pins, it provides enough power through the USB port to charge your cell phone.
Yep. All right, so pretty interesting deal. And as you showed it to me, it has small metal strips, I'll say, and little holes, and the pins from your whatever you plug in lets that siphon over. So
right.
It's kind of vampiring off the system.
Right.
And then it has the USB on the bottom, which makes it really neat, and the swivel function. I was afraid to break it when you let me see it earlier, so I didn't twist it, but that makes it a little handy to fit in spots so
right.
you can access the USB.
And then you can fold it straight into place if you want to take it to travel.
Yep. So very nice. Yeah, and it folds all the way up so you don't break off the plastic piece, which about did. Again, that's what I was worried about, so I didn't push on it, but very neat. Okay. So with our Bracketron, let's start off with the pros.
Okay.
Now, and how long have you used this?
I've used this a couple of weeks. I've tried. Talk about the tablets. This is only a 1 amp charger.
Okay.
So this will charge most cell phones, other small USB devices that take up to a 1 amp charge. Now, I tested my iPad on it, which requires a 2.1 amp charge. I will recommend, if you're going to do that, I don't recommend you doing it at all. But if you have to, in the case of an emergency, don't be using the iPad while you're charging it, because with a smaller charge, it's going to take longer to charge.
Right.
And this does get hot if you try to use something that requires more power than what it can give.
Okay, so going into the pros, it's pretty much a 1 amp that will handle small things.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, your phone, maybe a wireless keyboard,
maybe a really small netbook, or not netbook, but tablet, like a small one.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the little
you
ones.
can always check your chargers for the devices, and they'll tell you, if it takes 1 amp, 2 amp, whatever.
Or Kindle or something.
Right.
All right. What's some other pros that you ran into?
The pros, the size. I mean, once it's folded up, it's this small. You can throw this in your bag, and if you travel a lot, this is a definite must-have, because you don't have to fold with an extra charger. You just throw this in your bag, and if you happen to forget a charger, you can swing by Walmart and get a charging cable for $5-10. Yep. So you don't have to haul around all your extra cables.
Right. All right. What else you got? I know you have a list of 5 or 6 there, so I'll let you breeze through them.
Being able to rotate. This was a big one for me.
Right.
A lot of chargers, you have to hold it one way or the other. This way, it's flexible. It works any way you want it to be. Right. So it's not in the way. You can make it out of the way.
And if you're like us, your plugs are like behind or beside your couch, your chair, whatever. So having it only point down is a pain in the butt. pane, and you can rotate it up
Right.
with this to make it easier to access.
Right.
So, okay, oh, that's a great pro.
Another pro is it frees up the clutter. You no longer have to have an extra electrical outlet dedicated just for your phone charger.
Yeah. By the time you plug in your 6 things, you used up your power strip, you can get one extra out of this.
Yeah, so now you're deciding, okay, what can I live without long enough to plug my phone in?
Right. So that's always handy to have. What about the actual plug itself?
The actual plug itself, what's nice is it does have the holes for the 3, but you can use, if you have, like my laptop, the power cord on it only has just the 2 top prongs. It doesn't have the grounding prong. So you can use either the 2-prong or 3-prong connectors.
Right. So it's handy for that. Makes it really nice. Okay.
Yes.
Good deal. Now let's go on to the cons.
Okay. This I had trouble with.
Okay.
And for me to have trouble with the cons, it's a pretty good product.
Yeah.
The cons, one small one, although they wasn't marketing as this. It's just something I like to see an improvement on. Is this only does a 1 amp, and I'd like to see maybe they can improve it with a 2 amp setup, so where you can charge your tablets as well. But it's not a deal breaker.
Right. Yeah, using for what it's intended for.
Right.
You're saying top notch, but it would be nice next one version that comes out include a 2 amp in there.
Right.
Con number 2.
The last con, it only has 1 USB port. I would like to see maybe 2 ports, maybe a 1 amp and a 2 amp port. Separate out one for your phone, one for your tablet, or if you have 2 phones or 2 tablets or whatever, you could charge both. So maybe 2 USB ports. It wouldn't give you much, wouldn't take up much more space.
Right.
So.
And that's what we were talking earlier. Is that because it's due to the size? To keep it small, they had to keep everything.
Yeah, to a good selling point is, and most of the time, you're usually charging one device at a time.
Right.
You're usually charging one and using the other. So very rarely do you get in that situation, but it's always handy to have too.
Right. So a possible improvement. Now, do you think a 1 amp and a 2 amp, or just one that would do both? Or you want 2 either way?
Well, I'd like 2 ports either way.
So you're going to charge a lot of stuff.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So if you're going to do it up, be good as well. Let's plug it.
Yeah. Let's go all in.
Yeah. So a little bit bigger, add a second one, and deal with the size.
Right.
Okay. Overall, now you normally give a thumbs up, thumb down, 5-star. Slap your Joe rating on it. What are we really talking about?
All right. This gets my seal of approval. This gets 5-star rating.
Nice. Okay. I don't know that we've had that.
It's very rare.
Yeah, very rare. So that's a good product. Give your reasoning.
Reasoning is, I was sold on the concept from go. It worked exactly as advertised. I had 0 issues. It was, pretty much set, plug and play, literally plug and play.
Yeah.
And there was
technical sense. Plug it.
And if I have trouble finding cons on a product, then it's a good product.
Right.
Because that's one thing I'm a real stickler about.
Yep. And as we were talking earlier, it's easy to offer. When they do another one, to have this one if you want to keep it small, and then to offer a slightly larger one that does have those upgrades.
Right.
So still a wonderful product, even with the wish list of let's add another USB and then a 2.0 or 2.1 amp.
Right.
So lots of room for them to improve or get better.
Right.
Or add another model.
Right. And even the price point's not bad because the price point retails for $20, which might be sticker shock to some people, but if you look price comparison to any other charger on the market, it's within that price range. So it's not it's not really much of a difference between.
And you get the bonus of it doesn't take up an extra.
Exactly.
Outlet.
It's
worth it.
Yeah, it's well worth it. It's definitely worth it because it does exactly what you're going to pay with the charger that's sitting on the shelf right beside it is. The only difference is you're going to be gaining instead of losing.
Sounds great. Any finishing comments on?
I think we pretty well covered this.
Okay, so mainly if you have a 1 amp, it will charge bigger things, but it takes longer.
And you take the chance of damaging the device.
Right, because it will get hot.
Right.
Yeah, overusage. It's electrical. It's an electrical piece, I guess.
Right.
And you don't want to overstress it. You can have a house fire or whatever the case may be. So
yeah,
for its intended purposes, top notch.
It'd be like trying to shove a swimming pool through a garden hose.
That's a good joke saying.
Yeah.
All right. So for folks out there, I'm assuming you have this on your website and
yes.
Available for sale from your store.
Yes.
How do they get a hold of it?
You can give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com or be like Dave and like us on Facebook.
Every day I get the Facebook updates of the product that's the day of the special and also whatever else you have that's available. It's awesome. So make sure you check out the Facebook page, the website. If you need any help, you have any questions, contact Joe Racina. A&M Digital Technologies. It supports and produces all our shows, not only this show, but multitude of shows with the kids in our community and so forth.
And there's one other surprise announcement that you don't even know about.
I do not know because you didn't tell me.
Well, that's the way I like it.
Yep.
Starting next week, monitor our Facebook page to check out the details. We're going to do the 12 days of giveaways.
Ooh, I like the giveaways.
Yeah.
And we've had success with that in the past over things that you've ran contests on.
Right.
It's always handy, and that is very helpful. Like the Facebook page, get those updates, and then you can stay in tune with the giveaways and the contests that you run.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people have gotten some good stuff.
Yeah, check out our website because we'll be giving aways on Twitter, Facebook, our YouTube channel, our email list. Check our website for all those links, and then monitor our social media pages for details.
Sounds awesome. You guys are very generous for our community. So if you're out there shopping and Christmas is coming up, we're through Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up.
We're in the Christmas rush.
Yep. Shop locally and support the people that support our kids, our community, our programs. A&M Digital Technologies, Joe and Cena McDonald, always there for your wants, needs, and if you need help, call these folks. So we'll be back next week with a new show, and we're getting closer to Christmas, so lots of exciting stuff going on, especially with your generosity and giving stuff away. You can't beat that.
Well, just don't tell Cena.
We'll let Cena know something's going on. Just ignore it. And let's...
Yeah, for some reason the inventory list is messed up, and I can't find anything.
Bad inventory. I don't know what happened. So I wasn't even involved with that, Cena. I had nothing. All right, so I'm happy to see it. We'll be back next week with another show. And again, if you have any questions or comments, A&M Digital Technologies here in Spencer, West Virginia. Look forward to it. See you next week, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you.